Hi, my name is Vincent, and in this video, I want to make a complete beginner-friendly tutorial on how you can use Seamless.ai. So you will see how to find leads for your business, how to leverage the best lead filters to get better results, and finally, at the end, I will show you how you can export your leads with their verified emails. Let's start. Alright, so the first thing we need to do is to create a free account on Seamless. So if you want to do that, you just need to click the first link in the description and then you will be on this page. I just want to let you know that if you use the link in the description, you will get the best free trial available. So once you've clicked the link in the description, you just need to go here and click on join free. And then here to create our account, we need to give some informations. Then when it's done, we click on agree and continue. Now, if you want, you can install the Seamless Google Chrome extension. So for that, we click on Add to Chrome. On this page, I click on Add to Chrome and then Add Extension. And now you see on top that I have the Seamless.ai Chrome extension. All right, so as you can see, we are now connected to Seamless.ai. On the left, you have all the features that you can find on Seamless. For example, here you can search for people or for companies. Here in buyer intent, you can make a search based on intent data. Then you have enrich, where you can basically enrich the data. And then here in contacts and companies, you will get the list of all your contacts and the companies that you've exported with Seamless. Then you have some analytics, but it's not very useful. And finally, at the bottom left of your screen, if you click on your name, you will find your settings. So for example, if you want to modify your settings, you just need to click on settings. And here you can do what you want related to your settings. Now, the first thing I want to show you is how to find leads using Seamless. So for that, you go here in search. And on this page, you see on top that you can find contacts. So you can search for people. And here you can search for companies. So to start, I want to show you contacts search. And here, basically, you have all the filters you can use to find your best leads. So for example, if you want to target specific companies, you can say that you want to target, for example, people working for HubSpot. And so for that, we just need to click here on include, like this. Then you have one of the most important filter if you want to find decision makers, the job title. So here you can say that you want to target, for example, head of sales. And then you click on include. Then you have job changes. So if I click on plus, you see that we can target people who are new hires or people who get promotions. So this filter job changes might be very useful if you want to target people who need to prove that they are worth it in a company. And why I'm saying that, it's because when you are new in a company, you are most likely to try new products, new services, and it's a good timing to reach out to these people. So new hires and new promotions, I strongly recommend you to try these filters. Then you have past company, but not very useful. The next one, seniority, is not very useful because here we say that we want to target people who are head of sales. So we don't need to add something in the seniority filter because we know that a head of sales is someone who is a decision maker. Same for the department. It's not very useful if you target a specific job title because here we know that we target someone who is working in the sales department. Then you have this one, location. So it's very useful if you want to target people based on where they are. So for example, you can say that you want to target people based in San Francisco. So San Francisco, California, United States. Then we click on include. And now what's very interesting if you click here is to say that you want to target a specific location for a contact or for a contact or a company location, a contact and a company location, and so on. So for this tutorial, let's say that I want to apply this filter location to the contact only, like this. Then we have keywords, industry, so this one very useful. So for example, you can say that you want to target people in the software and information technology. And if you click here, you can narrow down your search. For example, you can say that you want computer software. Then we click on include. And the last filter I want to use is this one, employee size. So here we can say that we want to target companies with a headcount between, let's say, 500 to 1,000 people in it. So we click on include. And now if we check, we have revenue, but this filter is not very accurate, so I don't recommend you to use it. And same for technologies, it's not accurate. So once you are happy with your search, you just need to click on search. And now you see that we have our list of leads, which is perfect. Now on top, you see that you have some columns. So you see that we have the name, the job title, the company. Then I will show you how to get the emails and phone numbers of your leads. You have some contact informations like the LinkedIn profile, X, and so on. Then you have the company location, the industries, the website. So the website might be useful if you want to personalize your outreach messages. You have the employee size, revenue, contact location, and so on. If you want to edit your columns, you just need to click here and select what you want. And here on this page, what you can do is to move your columns. For example, you can say that you want the company in the second position. Now that you know how to do a lead search, the next step is to find the contact informations of these people. So if you want to do that, you can select all the people, or if you want, you can just select a few people. For example, just for this tutorial, let's say that we want the informations of these 3 people, and then all we need to do is to click here on Find Selected. And now if I scroll, you see that I have the emails and phone number of these leads. Now the next thing we can do is to add these people into a list. So for that, I click here on Add to List, then Create New List. And here I just need to give a name for my list. So let's say Head of Sales in San Francisco. I click on Create List, and then I select my list and I click on Save. And now if I go here in Contacts, you see here that I have 3 contacts, but on top you see Contact List. And here I have my list, Head of Sales in San Francisco. So let's go back to search, and then I select my 2 leads. Then I go here and I click on List, Add Selected to List, Head of Sales San Francisco, and then Save. And why it's useful to do that? Because it will help us to export more easily these leads. Now, if we click here on the 3 dots, you see that we have some options. For example, we can click on View Full Profile, we can create a task, create an AI script, and then we can download, archive, or delete the contact. So if I click on View Full Profile, you see that we have all the data we need to reach out to this lead. Now, just before I show you the company's search, I want to save this contacts search. So for that, I click on Save Search, and here I need to give a name for my search. So Head of Sales in San Francisco, and then I click on Save Search. And now what I can do is to clear all my filters. So for that, I click on Clear, 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 Clear. Perfect. And now if you want to retrieve the filters you've used, you just need to click here on View Save Searches. And then we click on Head of Sales San Francisco. And here you see that now we have our filters. All right, so now let's move on to the company's search. So this time you see that we have less filters. And here in the middle, you will see that we no longer have people, but we have companies. So let's say, for example, that we want to target companies based in New York. And then I want the industry software development, like this. And the last filter I want to use is employee size. So I want a headcount between 200 to 500 people. And then we click on search. And here you see that we have companies. So this feature is very useful if you want to target specific companies. All right, so now that you know how to use the filters to find your best leads, it's time to export these people into a clean CSV file. So for that, we need to go back on my computer, and this time we need to go here in contacts. And here, if you want to export some people, it's very easy. So you just need to select the leads you want to export. So if you want, you can just select some contacts, or what you can do is to export all the people in a list. So let's say that I want to export these people in my list, head of sales in San Francisco. And so for that, I just need to click on it. I select them all. Then I click on the three dots. And then I click here on download selected. And now on this pop-up, we just need to select download type, raw, because we want everything. And then we click on download. And now you see that we have our export with the data we need, like the first name, last name, the job title, department, seniority, the website, and we have the email of our leads. Here you see that we have a score, and basically Seamless is not 100% sure of these email addresses. So it means that it's not 100% safe to send cold emails to these leads. And what I recommend you to do is to verify these email addresses to not hurt your deliverability. And so for that, you can use a tool like Give Me Leads to verify your email addresses. So now that you've exported your list of leads using Seamless and that you have verified your email addresses using a tool like Give Me Leads, the next step is to import this list of leads directly in a tool like Smart Lead to send cold emails to these people. So this is the end of this tutorial on how you can use Seamless to export leads with their emails. Now, if you want to try for free Seamless, you have a link in the description. And if you want to send cold emails to these people, I've made a complete beginner-friendly tutorial on how to use Smart Lead. So if you want to see that, you can click somewhere on the screen. It was Vincent. I wish you a nice day and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.